So I was once at the store, and there's this guy. He needed a little bit of help, so I helped him out a little bit. So we're in the store. I noticed a Bible, and it's open. She had a crucifixion right there on her car window. And then I stop and I talk to her, and then she's like really like I don't know if you want to call it bubbly or whatever, but she was like really like cool with me and this other person. And so she starts talking about this house, and then like she at first I thought it was her house, but then later on I figured out it was a abandoned house. And it actually had a no trespassing sign. And actually, when you have a no trespassing sign up in Florida, you're pretty much going to jail. And then, okay, so we go inside this house, and like she buys stuff for this house. She like buys like little lights and stuff, and she's like, and we go to the beach, and like she's a pretty good looking person and stuff. And I didn't really think nothing of it. I wasn't trying to get freaky with her or nothing. I wasn't like thinking about that. And so like we go off, and then like I'm helping her out on some kind of place on she's doing what do you call it, Uber driver stuff, where you get the money, you drop off food, Uber Eats or whatever. And so I'm doing all these things with her, helping her out and stuff. And I think she ends up spending a couple of bucks. Well, so we go back to the house, and I'm sleepy. I don't even know if she went to sleep. So she was like, "Well, we're gonna sleep in separate rooms," which that's pretty cool. And so we went to the beach and all that, and we had our thing going on, and and then it was like time to go back to the house or whatever. And like nobody was there when we got back. Like the owners weren't there. I don't know where the owners were at. I think the owners lived in somewhere else, like maybe nearby somewhere else. I don't know. And so I go back to this house, and I'm like, we do the Uber Eats all night long, and I'm getting sleepy. So I go to sleep. At first it was that other guy was with us, and then he jetted out. He was like, I gotta go and stuff like that. And he didn't like we were sitting like in a place alone. He didn't like say, "Hey man, you gotta get out of here" or something. But I think he was more. He said he was trying to get to some girl. I don't even know if that was a true story that he was giving me. This happened in Jacksonville, and so then I go. So I kind of mixed the story up. He ends up leaving. We went to the beach. I come back, and she like wants me to stay in this house, and I'm like, I don't think this is right. I'm thinking like this ain't the Christian thing to do, is to try to take over somebody's house. I was like, that's someone else's house. They worked for it. And I noticed like this house, it looked like someone was trying to kind of fix it up in a little bit, but except for the top floor looked like it had to be totally taken out. I don't know if this house is going to stand or whatever, but I didn't really notice much mold or anything. I mean, but there was a light on in there, and that really freaked me out, because this, when a light on, you're like, this ain't just exactly a abandoned house. This is somebody that has a light on for some reason. This electricity ain't coming out of nowhere. Someone's still paying for that electricity, and then there's a no trespassing sign. So I get up, and then she was like, God wants to take me on these other journeys. She tells me, she like, and I was thinking about leaving anyways. I didn't really want to be at that abandoned house, but I was almost willing to go to jail for this girl. But she wanted to go back to her house in the next place over, like in the next state, was probably just a couple hours away. And she wanted me to stay in this house, and she's like, gives me her ID. Is like, if you have a problem, just give them my ID. I mean, her ID. I'm like, what is her ID going to do me any good when the cops have me roughed up and guns pointed at me, and I'm I didn't like the, like, a lot of homeless people like go to these abandoned houses. Like, I don't like the whole idea of going to abandoned houses. That don't seem like a smart idea. And so, anyways, I woke up that next day and she's like, I could drop you off and all that. And then we go by the dollar store and she's returning dollar items. I'm like, why are we returning dollar items? Is it, you can't just go get another Uber thing and like stuff like that? And like, okay, so I'm not, I'm like, I got, I live in a storage and I'm living homeless. And so I'm like, man, I'm kind of glad I got out that situation. But what happened is she had a car and she's like digging through all this stuff that people dropped off next to the storage building. I actually have in one of my videos in this, so people just jump off their stuff they didn't want, because you know the storage buildings, they ain't gonna pay for other people's garbage, because everyone would be, then there'd be just a big garbage disposal place, because like everybody be like, and then really instead of going to the dump, they just, I don't know why people just don't go to the dump and pay for that. I mean, we got sorry Americans who are really trashy, and it's just not the homeless. So, so I turned off her car. And so she like calls the police on me or something. I noticed the police come on the next block over. I guess they were looking for her. I was just like, and I told them the story because I heard her on the phone talking to the police. And they're like, what are you doing with this girl anyways? And I'm just thinking in my head, I have no idea what I'm doing with this girl. I guess I'm getting in trouble with her is what I'm thinking. I don't think even the police even care about us being in an abandoned house or nothing, as long as the people didn't show up to put the charges on us or whatever, or show up and tell us to leave and we didn't leave. But it was just kind of funny how she had bought like all those lights and stuff, solar power lights, and she was ready to fix up this place. I mean, the grass wasn't cut and or nothing like that. This person right here actually got cut grass. You see that? Like the grass was high, and so it's like they didn't really, you know, take care of it very well. But and then there's this big place across the street, looked like a place that the government puts in people, you know. So you know, everybody knew we were there and stuff. So luckily I got out that. Blessed, I got out that situation without getting a charge on me. And so like that girl, when I turned off her car, she got really upset at me. I thought I was doing her a favor. And then then later on, she like tells me all this stuff. No, I remember like she stops at nighttime. She's like, I just seen a person. And I'm thinking in my head, oh gosh, this girl's crazy. Cause she's like talking about seeing a person, and like I can see how you like could come up on, but then I'm thinking that she was on that stuff that makes you like see the people, you know what I mean? She said she was delivered from schizophrenia and stuff like this, but then I think she was lying to me, because during the process, like I'm trying to live for the Lord, this girl gives me a gummy worm, and like I was just like, I was trying not to even do that, and I eat it, and like I don't know what's up, but I was really gone off of that thing. They sell these things in stores and stuff like that, and like I don't understand why she wanted me to fall like that too, and then like get arrested and stuff like that. And then I tried to tell her. She even said I looked straight in her eyes. And I told her, she accused me of stealing in her car is what she did. She says I took WD-40. Like I don't even have a bicycle at that moment. Like, what am I going to do if you're dirty WD-40? I'm going to air up what? You know what I mean? Like, am I going to use my storage system and just grease it down? I mean, what am I going to do with this WD-40? She starts accusing me of stealing stuff, and I was like, oh, man. And then I get back, or I'm outside, and all of a sudden she's like, don't come back there. She said it was going to be called Noah's Ark or something. Like, it was big like this place. I mean, man, that was cool. I know you got a dream of like, and I'm not trying to put her down. Like, I feel bad for her. Like, she never really apologized to me or told me sorry or nothing like that. And I ain't going to show her a picture. I took her video off of YouTube. I did have her on YouTube at one time. And it was just one video. And then like, she put the phone down. And I was like, okay, I'm not okay with a person feeling that way. Like, they don't want to be on video, then why would I put them on video? I mean, she was real cool and talkative about it, but then like when I watched the video, I noticed like in her face, like she wasn't cool with that or something. So and so I like let that go. But she's like accusing me of stealing stuff, causing cops on me, and then later on she's like, "I'll forgive you," or something. She texts me. I done lost her number now. She texts me and tells me something, and she's like, uh, if I give back her stuff, I'm like I ate some of her food. I thought she was cool with food. She was like, "Well, eat whatever you want" at one time, and then I just think that thing ticked her off. Me turning off her card. Like I didn't go up to her and ask for permission. Like I wasn't really thinking. I thought I might have been doing right because like one time she sees a car wreck with a biker and there's already people ambulance, and she stops and she gets out. I'm like, what are you supposed to do? And like she said that she'll pray for that person. I think that's awesome to have a heart of God for that, but you're not supposed to go around and want to take someone else's property, especially when you got a car and you probably got a place. I'm over here living on the streets, and I already have life bad enough. The last thing I need is a prison bed. Like, I much rather live on the streets and run from thunderstorms than be in jail. If you ever, or even, I rather much rather, I think you have a better chance of probably not dying on the streets than in prison, because like it's pretty bad in there anyways. I'm pretty sure it's pretty bad in there. So anyways, that's my story about. She says I'm up in the top of the ceiling, running around like where you could fall through at. Like this place, like the top was really bad, and I'm like, what is wrong with this? What is this person? I'm like thinking in my head. I asked her. I was like, have you not slept because of that fast? Like I asked her. I tried to get her to be honest with me, but was the honesty that she said no or whatever? I don't know, because that shit. Like, why did she see the person like over there? And like, it's just like it got really wild there in the end. But yeah, I'm glad at her. She dressed like a person should dress. She didn't dress scampy and stuff like that. She's really nice, to people and stuff. People were nice back to her. She was really open. She helped out the homeless. It's just that one thing about her is a really weird situation. Instead of like blaming me for stuff, why'd you have to do that? Like, I could have really got me in trouble. I should do that when she would blame me for something like bigger that I haven't done. That's a pretty scary situation. So, well, pray for her, and thank you for watching.